Greetings one and all. This is about the third time I've attempted this vid. There's a lot of glare at the moment. It's quite a bright sunny day here. Not rubbing it in, Greg, but it's a fact. It's quite warm and I'm getting loads and loads of glare issues. But I just thought I'd show you a few bits and pieces that have came in. Some of them are still sealed because the reason why I got a load in this morning and I haven't had time to play them yet. But it's all gone a bit nuts here because at the moment we only can go out because under all this lockdown, providing it's an essential trip. Like you're allowed to go to the shops for groceries and you're allowed to go to the doctors. The dentist ain't open here in the UK. Anyway, so Boris Johnson, God bless him, he did his big speech Sunday night and everybody was saying, oh, some radical sort of lifting of the rules. So basically now we're in a situation where we're allowed to go out from this Wednesday, as much as we want. So when we're in a public park, we're allowed to go with a family member. But if we see somebody I know, I can't go up to them and say hi, because I'll be breaking the law. Yet if I see a stranger, I can talk to them all I want, which is legal. And it's just all gone, you see what I mean? So it's all been on the news over here and everything, and it's been hilarious, and I don't know what everybody else is making of it, but I know they're doing the best because it is the worst virus we've ever had. It's all getting seriously confusing now. But anyway folks, whatever your situation is, I just want to wish you to stay safe, and you know, it is dangerous times we're living in, and stay safe. So anyway, we better do a few records now, because that's what we do. And the first one is a thrash band from Bradford in Yorkshire, or West Yorkshire. I've been up there a load of times, great place. And Mark G, or with a C, or Mark C with a G, he held this record up 3 weeks ago when they were doing that big podcast at Cloudy Mouldy's channel, and Metal Mickey and Rock Scout and all this. And he held up a few records and I thought they were interesting. So as they were talking, I was checking out eBay, and they were very, very cheap. They weren't expensive, they were affordable. And the first band is this band this was out of Bradford in Yorkshire, Toronado. I think that was a famous samurai, I may be wrong. He was probably 16th century, but I'm sticking my head out. But there's a British thrash band called Toronado. And this record, they were very underrated, and judging by the sound of them, I agree. Fantastic album on the Peaceville, and you've got the back bit as well, and usual thrash album cover. You've got the the lyrics and acknowledgements, and you've got the collage. Just pull it out, and it's on the Black Peaceville Records album. Oops, sorry, I'm touching the wax, shouldn't do that really, but there you go, Peaceville Records, great record, cost about, this perfect copy as well, cost about £5, and so I snapped it up, and yeah, fantastic record. Talking of records, you know this Deep Purple record I showed a couple of videos ago, it's never ever been played. I knew as soon as I put it on the spindle it would not go down to the bottom, and I was scared of pushing it hard because in case you feel like you're going to break them, and I was just totally shocked. I would bet this whole record collection all around me that is that Deep Purple album Stormbringer I got, had never ever seen a record deck. It's a shame really, because I was discussing this the other day, because I've amassed a fair few £1,000s worth of records, all the value adds up. Plus in the bedroom they're all original pressings which I bought when they came out, and some of them retail for 50, 60, 70 quid each now. I was shocked because the Great Rock and Roll Swindle, which I own on double album, mine's XX plus and all this, the minimum price is 40 quid. You can get a lot more for that for it, 'cause mine's in top condition. So someone said to me, who's going to inherit this lot? I said, nobody. I bought these records. This is not a library I'm amassing or an archive. My record collection's for playing. I love heavy metal music and I love power metal music. I love all forms of metal. And my record collection is for playing, for entertainment purposes. And we mustn't lose track of that. I mean, I'm not knocking the people who do buy records and never play them, but not this collection, baby. This record, I'll be amazed if anything's still left after I've played it another 5,000 times before I snuff it. And if I do peg it tomorrow, there'll be enough to bury me. Maybe a few rounds in the pub, and that's it. But yeah, I was discussing that the other day. Anyway, let's go back to the Stormbringer album. And it never been played, and I was absolutely shocked. You just don't find records like this. Anyway, let's go on. Toronado, bought their CD. This cost a couple of quid. 2013 on Chuffing Hell Records. Great label, isn't it? Don't know what it sounds yet. It only came this morning and I ain't played it. But I thought I could give it a go, see what it's like. There's a track list in there. Thanks, Mark. You've got another Mark recommendation coming up in a minute. The next record is remember I showed you the Sad Cafe album for Cades? That was their seminal 1979 release. Well, this album came out in 1980, and this was the concert off for Cades. They were doing a lot of songs, and it's got a DVD in it. I was doing some eBay surfing, as you do, and it cost me a couple of quid. So in for a penny, in for a pound. That's what you get on the back, and you get a nice DVD. Beautiful release. The next record, I'll just check them. Yeah, I'll do this one next after next after next. Now, this is another Mark C with a G recommendation. Cost me £3 off eBay. I know nothing about it except for it was released on the Roadrunner in '93, and it was a concept album. And it's sort of a mixture of thrash and all this stuff and this stuff and this stuff. And that's Life of Agony. And the record's called River Runs Red. And it's what I've heard of it. It sounds alright, but I know nothing about it. Mark C with a G held it up. And Mark, when it comes to this sort of stuff, he's got great taste. So I thought I'd check it out, because if it was going to be like 20-30 quid, forget it. And I got this copy for 3 quid. And whether I got a steal, you decide. Or if you know more than I do about this record, sorry about the glare, stick it in the comments below. I'll be really appreciate it. Now, this CD is incredibly expensive. The reason why I didn't buy it before, I couldn't afford it, because they're normally around about the 20 quid mark. Picked this one up for 8 quid. And this is Gravedigger, the Noise Years. 1984 to 86, that was their first 2 albums with it, or first 3, I don't know. But this is a killer release. Any Gravedigger release with Headbanging Man is one of my favourite metal tracks. It'll definitely make the top 10. It's going to be a good release. But yeah, it's got, oh yeah, I can see it now, The Witch Hunter, yeah. I've got a couple of them records. And yeah, I can see what they've done now. So that's what they did with Noise, because Noise tend to be very expensive. Because they're from Newcastle, I believe. Sorry about the glare, folks. This is the trouble I've been having all day. But Noise, but these records have been Gravedigger vinyl ain't cheap. But I thought I'd pick this up. I mean, I paid 8 quid for it, and it's a killer release. One of my favourite bands. For me, the definitive Gravedigger video on YouTube is by Renee at Holsper Metal, and check out his channel. He did a discography of all Gravedigger. I use it a lot as a template, and Renee, bless him, talks a lot about these records and goes into depth, and fantastic stuff. It's really, really a great band. If you haven't checked them out, please check them out. But I've got about this one of the CDs. I've got them all up here. I think they're up there somewhere. Hang on a sec, get your finger right. They're up there. My collection is all down there. But what I'm going to do is Gravedigger. I'm not a completist, but Gravedigger will get completed one day. So I added this one to the collection. So what am I on now? I've done them 4. The last but not least was again pretty expensive. but I treat myself. I've got myself a book, and this is Martin Popoff. This is Dio, Light Beyond the Black, and apparently this is a rare book, so I've been told. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but I've read a few sort of the intro, a few pages, and I haven't got into the meat of it, like, you know what I mean. I've just licked the bone, I've just licked it, but I haven't actually scoffed the meat. But I'm not going to show you. It's a book. It's got words in, you know what I mean. Geez, you know, that's it. Nothing exciting. But yeah, this is the great man himself in print. I can't wait to read this. Dio, to me, is easily one of the top 5 voices of metal, period. He's just got that distinctive voice, and he does a lot of great stuff. Bev sent me a record, actually. I've been listening to it a lot, Bev, and that's this one, Last in Line. I've really been playing this a lot recently. There's nothing more to do because of the lockdown, but this album's been played a lot just recently. But I think that inspired me to read this book. Anyway, folks, that's me little offering for today. And please, thanks to all my subscribers and viewers. Really appreciate it. And please again, stay safe, folks. And love each other. See ya.